The Pulse nightclub was not Orlando's most crowded venue that deadly Saturday night, but it was full, a popular go-to spot for the city's LGBT population, which may explain why it was struck. At vigils across the country, including this one in Washington, many expressed solidarity and outrage.
There has to be anger on some level. Some are not willing to acknowledge that there's been violence that's been committed against a very specific part of the American population. It seems amazing to me in this day and age that something like this could happen.
Violence against the LGBT community didn't start in Orlando and likely won't end there. Nearly 50 years ago, police in New York raided the Stonewall Bar, beating the gay men who had gathered inside and helping ignite the gay rights movement in the U.S. A few years later in New Orleans, an arsonist set fire to a gay bar, killing 32 people inside. Some local churches refused to bury the victims. Attacks on various scales continued for years. And just 2 years ago, on New Year's Eve, an arsonist in Seattle set fire to the steps of a club hosting more than 700 people, many of them local LGBT leaders. The fire was quickly put out, and no one was injured. There have also been countless attacks on individuals. Harvey Milk was San Francisco's first openly gay city councilman. In 1978, he was gunned down by a colleague, whose light prison sentence prompted these riots 1 year later. And in 1998, Matthew Shepard, the 21-year-old Wyoming student, was beaten, then hanged on a fence in an open field and left to die.
Amongst all of the terror, amongst all of the fighting, we're still going to just love each other and the people who try to stop that love.
According to the FBI, LGBTs are now more likely to be targets of hate crimes than any other minority group in the U.S. The real number, some analysts say, may be even higher because many in the closet LGBT people fear reporting attacks, or because police often fail to pass along that information to federal authorities. Conversely, as LGBT Americans become more accepted in progressive states, some say they're also becoming more visible targets.
We can't really live here in fear at this point, and everyone did the right thing by showing up. And that's the only way that we can prove that we're going to win this, is to show up and be here and support and be who we truly are.
Rowie Rettenberg, CCTV in Washington.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, cctv-america.com.